JK Tyre Racing Asia Series moved out of Malaysia to the hot and humid Jakarta last weekend. The young racing drivers got ready to test their mettle once again, and Shams was there to witness all the action from the pit lane. Here's all the fun and excitement from the Sentul racing circuit in Indonesia.
Well, this week, Living Cars comes to you from the world's largest two-wheeler market, Indonesia. And this cute little baby here plays some sort of contribution to that. But we are here to show you something even more exciting and fun-filled.
It was that time again when the fast and the furious would show what they're made of. It was time once again to push the pedal to the metal and conquer speed. It was time for another round of the JK Tyre Racing Asia Series. And this time the action moved to the Sentul International Racing Circuit in yet another beautiful country from the east. The Asian Festival of Speed in Indonesia had a lot of brilliant action in store over the weekend, and it kick-started with these young guns from the JK RAS. 18 races in all are planned for the entire season across Southeast Asia, and here in Jakarta, races 7 to 10 were to be held. A new country, a new track. A new challenge awaited the drivers.
The idea is to give them a whole variety of different circuits to run on. We have the Formula One circuits, and then we have a circuit like this, which is a little bit more challenging. The walls are a bit closer. It's a whole different experience for them.
It does take time. Like you've been hearing, all drivers, when they come to a new track, they take time to settle in. It's a lot of stuff that they have to learn: the braking points, the gear changing points, the acceleration points. So it's a pretty technical thing that they have to go through.
The weather was beautiful. All the drivers were ready. Stage was set for the first race of the weekend. Afik Ikhwan had a good start, but said he was not too good heading into the first turn. He left an opportunity for Awa, who started the race from second to claim the lead. Awa held on to the lead for one lap before making a mistake on the second, leaving Ikhwan to reclaim the lead, which was held all the way to the checkered flag. Naturally, the Sentul track turned out to his liking. The circuit was intended to be Indonesia's Formula One showcase to the world, but its tight corners and shortened length of just 4 kilometers made it unsuitable for the fast and furious world of Formula One. A few races of the A1 Grand Prix were held here a few years back.
It's a very fast-flowing track, so it's, as far as the track is concerned, technically fantastic. The boys are enjoying themselves on this track. It's a great opportunity for them. And of course, a new track is always challenging.
So if you look at this circuit and now you look at the latest circuits for Formula One, you can see how far that's come.
When I was first on the track, it didn't have any grip at all. So it's quite hard for us to get used to the surface of this track.
A good performance in the first race made Afik even more confident for the second race of the day. He led from pole to flag, thwarting the early attempt of Lukusawa at the start of the race. And he claimed yet another race win and even broke the race record of fastest time set in 2009. The JK Tyre shod JK Racing Asia Series cars were 0.35 seconds faster during the race at Sentul. The drivers were happy with the way the tyres had been performing.
The tyre is very good, very consistent. Even in the hot weather, it's really good. It's good when the weather is cold, but I'm happy with the tyre and everything. Perfect.
Some races we have hard compound and soft compound, and especially on the wets. But to me, the tyres are doing great.
The tyre experts were there to help the teams utilize their 3 sets of tyres in the best possible way.
For the young kids, as most of them do, they look on the laptop to see the telemetry and everything, but they forget about the bit it's on each corner, which is the bit that gets them around the corner. And this is where I come along with my equipment as to measure the temperatures, measure the pressures, which is very accurately, I might say. The last day of the weekend promised a lot more action and excitement at the Asian Festival of Speed. Motorsports Asia, the organizers always try to add some local flavor wherever they hold the event, and Sentul was no different.
the Asian Festival of Speed had something in it for everyone.
Well, apart from the JK Tyre Racing Asia Series, the Asian Festival of Speed this time is a very unique and a different car category at Sentul in Indonesia. And those are the classic car category of Indonesia. Well, it's a joy to see all these classic, beautiful cars running on a motorsports track. And it's very commendable of the owners to get them into the condition that they are in.
They captured everyone's attention. Indonesian classic cars ranging from classy Beetles to the fancy Chevys were stars of the day. It was difficult to imagine how these cars would behave on a racetrack, and would they be able to complete a grueling race of 40 kilometers over 10 laps.
They seem to do a good job of it, and you know, it's great entertainment for us to watch some cars that maybe some of us haven't seen for a long time.
Old car, and we need to spend time to get any spare parts, performance parts, everything.
As they queued up to hit the racetrack, more than 50 of these ageless wonders presented a very pretty picture. The amazing paint job on them made them look even more fascinating. Even the racetrack must have been excited to have them running here. The race started in the funniest way as the drivers rushed to their cars and chaos took over the racetrack. Soon these classic beauties settled on the track, but not for long, as one after another problems kept creeping up. Breakdowns were the order of the day, but the spirit was well and truly alive.
And then totally at the other end of the spectrum is this, the GT3 series, where you have sports cars like the Porsche, the Ferrari, the Lotus, as well as the four rings of the Audi competing against each other.
Another great lineup of cars at Sentul promised another brilliant visual sight. The GT3 series, once again organized locally by Indonesian clubs, was a race between supercars. You name a brand, it was there. After this unique rush of adrenaline, it was back to the remaining two races of the JK Racing Asia Series. The third race of the weekend was one of the most interesting races of the season, where the battles were up and down the whole grid. Ikwan and Auer both got off to a good start and opened up the gap to the drivers behind. The round was marred by a massive power failure, causing the race to be suspended after 7 laps. After a long wait, there was still no power. The race resumed and was completed behind the safety car. Afik claimed a third win on a stifling hot Sunday. Lucas finished second, while Malaysian Freddie Ang made his first appearance on the podium in third. There was just some more entertainment left before the drivers took to their cars for the final race. A touch of glamour with this beautiful Porsche attracted one and all towards it, and brought some fun to the extremely competitive environment. Back to the final race, and it turned out to be a brilliant weekend for the Malaysian Ikwan when he dominated the final race as well to reach the checkered flag. The Indonesian circuit seemed to be his lucky charm as he went on to complete all 4 races with wins.
It's a really good track, really good weekend for us. Really good, fantastic job from the team. They did a really good job, amazing for podium for 2 days. I'm so happy, and then the track is really good, the weather is good, and everything is perfect.
Ikwan collected enough points this weekend to bring him up to second in the championship points table. He was 34 points behind current leader Lucas Auer, who finished the race in second. Indian hope Raj Bharat, who had to retire from the last race, now lies in 14th and second last place.
I hope he pulls up a few places up there. I'd like to see him up further up on the grid in the future.
The entire JK Racing Asia Series field now head to China for 4 rounds at Guangdong International Circuit. It will be another new challenge for many of the drivers and another new circuit for JK Tyres. But there's more to look forward to.
Looking forward to New Delhi because it's a new track that no one knows, especially the Formula 1 drivers. It'll be new to us, and it could be a good chance for me to win there because I actually get used to new tracks easily.
It's another big opportunity for them to be on the race weekend with F1 drivers on the same weekend, driving on the same circuit. So it's a great opportunity for these young drivers to get the exposure that they're getting.
Driving along Formula 1 drivers in venues like Singapore and Delhi will be a moment to cherish for these young drivers.